remember to unmute.
Hello?
Nobody watches anyway, except on TikTok. How you doing, Ryan? Karen's out there. Colby's there liking us already. Look at that. All right.
Already.
Hello, Facebook and YouTube. And actually, something interesting about Facebook we'll get to in a moment. But, of course, we're here at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena. I'm David Burrows, my friend Connor Burke. Let's put our names on the screen so nobody forgets us.
Yeah, that works.
Expecting a full room in here tonight at the arena. And, we'll get to talking about the game first in a moment here. But I'm sad that I missed the Canada-U.S. game, right? I got the anthem, and then, I was just busy with other stuff, right? So, but I don't know if you would know all of this. You probably know some of it. I think you probably know all of this, but there was a lot of OHL alumni on that team, right? Do you know all these guys?
Absolutely, I do. Binnington saved the game last night. He was the goalie. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Stood on his head. Saved the game in OT multiple times.
Nice.
Doughty's a two-time Cup champion. He's an unbelievable player. From top to bottom, every single one of these players, not to mention Travis Konechny, former Sarnia Sting, got a goal last night. But this is the best developmental league in the world, I think. And it just proves it again and again.
And that's
at the
not
highest
just
levels.
being Canadian
It's
saying
not.
that. It's just, it really is a...
The CHL is the best developmental league in the world, I think.
Yeah, I think most would have to agree with that for sure. And I was sad that I couldn't watch, but I did see, and we'll talk about this. Matt talked about it. Thanks again to Matt Whitney for jumping in for you there while you were away in New York City gallivanting around.
Gallivanting. What a word.
I put a video out on my Facebook if you want to check that out, folks. And I just said, stop the booing. And most people agreed with that. Of course, I got a little bit of pushback saying this, that, and the other thing. But those people just didn't get it. They didn't get my point. So that's okay. It was like, come on, it's hockey. This is my stance. It's hockey. Leave everything else out of it. Doesn't matter what you think of either T. Right. You got the Trump and the Trudeau. Double T, right? Doesn't matter. Let's play hockey. That's what I want. We're proud proud Canadians. It's our game. That's what everybody, of course, is posting today. That's our game. It's not they can take it away from us. It's like it was a great hockey game.
It was, but we're still at the top of the mountain.
We are. I'm sad I missed it because I heard there was a lot of things that happened that were great. But yeah, a great lineup from the OHL. Again, like you said, the best developmental league on the planet, I truly believe, from what I've observed in the last 10 years.
This is just the OHL side too. Like if you go to the QMJHL, Crosby would be in there. Like just everybody is from here. So
So congratulations, Canada. Well done out there. And then there's next year. We'll get to that next year. I don't know how to talk about this game tonight, right? Like, we haven't had the best track record with WINDSOR. Never mind, we're on a how many game losing streak right now?
7.
Number 7, right? So, but with these guys, what did you say? I know it was 8-2, 9-2 or something like that.
The last 3 games that we played them, we've been outscored 19-7.
Yeah.
And we're 3-1, or they're 3-1 against us in the regular season. They've got our number. It's the same old story with these guys. They're enormous young men, unbelievable. Like again, 6'5", 6'5". It's really
big
stunning.
boys.
And then
without the skates.
and then you look at the top of the point leaders is Greentree and Protus coming in as a brand new a rookie import draft player, and they're just getting success from every angle. Former Sarnian Jack Nesbitt out there looking great too, looking to make himself into the first round of the NHL draft. It's just a great team. They've gone from the bottom of the standings to right behind London, and it's really impressive to see.
Well, they've already clinched, right? So.
Yep.
Do you think you come into this game tonight? You're WINDSOR. You've already clinched the playoffs. Are you subconsciously not playing as hard?
That's what we're hoping for, but I
know, but I mean,
no, I think there's a bit of bad blood last time we played them too, so I don't think that. I think they're coming in here hard, and they're probably looking to bully us around a little bit.
Yeah, and we don't want to let them do that because really we're at a point right now, points, pun intended, where we can't afford that, right? We go back to the game against Sioux where we lost that 3-1, and that was the only period there that I recall any good was the first one.
Right.
And then from there, we just seemed to, the gas disappeared, the pedal came off. I don't know. We saw Al Letang, of course, at the post game on Family Day and against Saginaw. Like, that was another brutal,
shellacking.
Right. And, I mean, I don't think we expected to, like, slaughter them by any means, but...
You don't expect to get slaughtered either.
No, right? And Al Letang was the post game, and one thing I love about a lot of things I like about the guy, but he's just so brutally honest, right? And I like that. He was asked a few questions, like, yeah, I think we didn't do this and we didn't do that, and he even said some of the lead guys, the overagers or whatever, they need to step up their game because we can't count on the young blood because they don't have that experience. They're not there yet. It's too much pressure. Do you agree with that?
100%. I think we've kind of lost production from guys like Doucette and Wainwright, and Felak. They've kind of hit a standstill here, and we're relying on them a lot to show the kids how to play this game. And with our leading point scorer only having 36 points, it's really, really hard to win games if you're not scoring.
Yeah.
And going back to your point to losing to Sioux, we were sitting pretty comfortable in a nice position to be in the playoffs about a month ago, and now we're looking like you might not make it.
Yeah, the pendulum has swung hard.
Owen Sound is 2 points behind us, and they play tonight as well, so they get a chance to tie. And Sault Ste. Marie's only 3 points behind us now.
Right.
And if those two pass, then you're ninth in the conference. 9th and 10th are the ones who don't make it.
Yeah,
we're just teetering on the edge right now.
Yeah, so this is
it's critical.
It's critical tonight if we don't come out here. And then, of course, you look at the scoreboard, like you said, after with the Sioux and Owen Sound. And, yeah, but
positivity, though, right? We're realists, but this team, we beat them once. It was the first game of the season, but they've kind of caught their groove now. But there's like I said, we beat London. We beat these teams before. There's no team that's unbeatable in this league. Everyone has an offense.
We have proven that. We were just talking about that downstairs in the media room, and Terry Doyle and I were talking, and I said it seems like, not always, like, 'cause with the exception of Windsor, seems like when we play a tougher team, we actually play better.
Yeah, I think it brings out the best in us.
Yes.
We end up losing to really bottom tier teams. I mean, I say that now, and now we're at the bottom.
Right.
So yeah, that's just how it goes, I guess.
Let's go over to our TikTok. Say hello out there. There's so many out here. Can't hear you. Talk music only. Yeah. Well, is that better, Mom?
You gotta tell Jake Burry to turn it down.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
There you go. Encourage your viewers to share the live. I just did. Lots of people here on TikTok. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. Trying to get to 20,000 by the end of the first period. So if you want to tap that screen there, we'd appreciate that. And don't be shy to give a follow as well to our friends on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for being here. And thanks to our friends from Hughes Intelligence Canada allowing us to do it. It's brand new that we did this year up in the suite. I think it's worked out really well, Connor.
I like it, yeah.
And, we had a couple people jumping on here while you were
just
gallivanting around the planet there. And the one guy, Nathan, he was amazing. He did a really good job, and I think you should be threatened by him.
All right. I guess I got to step my game up. I'll put in some more footwork.
He was really good. He knew his stuff. He reminded me a lot of you. He knew his stuff. He's got his voice, and he knew. Yeah, he did a great job up there. So I told him we'd have him back. And he tried to get your job, but Mom stepped in and said, I don't think so, pal.
Well, related to hockey, you're not always on the first line.
Right.
If you got some hot young gun coming up on the second, third line, you don't have your position cemented.
There you go. What were you doing? What were you doing down in New York?
There was my friend had to go to he went to a car show, and he drove his Porsche down. It wasn't a comfortable drive for 10 hours, but we had a lot of fun, and that only lasted so long. So we just kind of made the rest of the weekend a little thing. Saw a lot.
Well, then you were missing in action.
I went for a walk. Phone died.
We were like,
no.
where is he?
No
Matt
worries.
was like, I don't know. Mom's like, where is he? I don't know. I'm just like, well, I don't know. Don't ask me. He never gets back to me when I message him. Well, maybe a week later or whatever. But anyway, you had a good time. And
yeah, it was
a little bit of getaway to kind of clear the head. And
yeah, it was fun.
And this is a buddy of yours you've known for a long time?
Yeah.
Cool. Right
Hockey guy.
A hockey guy?
Yeah, he was a goalie.
Oh, okay, cool.
They're nuts.
He didn't teach you to not get angry on the ice?
No, definitely
Or
not.
did he teach you to get angry on the
Yeah.
ice? Right. Does he know you do this?
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, cool. Right on.
He worked for the Knights, so I'm not. We don't talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about that, right? Do you have your cards yet? You got these cards?
These ones. Oh, I've been waiting for you to hand them over.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I forgot. I have to get into the store.
Your hockey cards, go get them at sarniasting.com.
Surprised they're not sold out.
Yeah, they sold out last year, I think we were saying, right? So, yeah, what do we get in
You're
here?
lucky if you get a pack of them. There might only be a few left.
You get 4 in a pack. There's Matthew Manza.
Possibly 5, right?
Possibly 5. There's Ryan Brown. Right. This is a good package, actually. Nathan O'Mary. I don't know why I like him. I just do.
He's playing tonight.
See, now that's a different looking card. Oh, for a minute there, I thought it was the gold one because of the way they had that, but no, not so.
That's the yellow line on the board.
Zach Filak. So you can collect them all, trade with your friends. Actually, there's quite a few people in Sting Nation that they're like, I need this one, need
Got
that
this,
one.
looking for this.
And there was one with it was a little girl, and Mom was like, she was going for the cuteness sympathy thing right there. Like, I just need a Ryan Brown gold card. I'm like, oh boy.
It's my daughter's birthday.
Right, something like that.
You got to play on the heartstrings.
That's right. So go to sarniasting.com. You can get those hockey cards, and go buy them all so Connor can't get any, and then I'll sell him mine for like $1,000
markup. You're like a scalper.
$200.
Or
you give me one of your jerseys.
You're a literal ticket scalper.
Yeah, right. Carl, can't hear you, just music. You can't hear me at all? I don't know why you can't. I've got it really loud.
I'm eating the mic right now.
Or was that a while ago he said that? I don't know. We can't control that music. I don't know. I can turn me up here a little bit more. There,
Maybe
is
you
that
got some
better?
music going.
Hello. Now they're going to tell me, turn it down. Right? Are they done already? Wow, did we talk that much?
6:45.
Yeah, okay. So there you go. We're about 20 minutes away from it happening here at what I think is a sold-out crowd.
There didn't look like there was many tickets left.
No, I think there's a few singles scattered around the room here. But
get to the box office now.
Yeah, do it. Right. All right, Connor, what do we got to do here? I know it's Windsor. The last. What's this team not doing? Do they got to grip a little harder? Or they got to loosen it up? They got to. There's just so much.
That's always the prime question.
The gel. Where's the gel?
I think you gotta turn on the offense. I think we're getting kind of blown out with the defense too. But if that's how the games are going to be, then just attack them with the offense and throw everything on the net that you can, because something's got to go through. And if you're always on your heels, then you're just going to be nervous and getting scored on.
Yeah.
Put your foot to the.
Do you take some more chances now? Like, do you take a little bit of more risk than maybe you would have earlier in the season, because it's like do or die?
I think so. You would probably want to conserve a lead if you had it, but if you have to even have the lead. We're always down, and you have to have it. You got to go, and if it's someone going fancy, and it's not the highlight reel play, but if you can walk somebody instead of passing the puck, then do it and shoot.
Yeah.
That was the story of the game last night too. There's so many great players on Canada, and they're just too many passes sometimes. You have the open shot, and just do it.
Yeah.
It's better.
Doesn't have to be fancy. It just needs to go in.
Gretzky said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's right. He's not wrong there, and they're going to need to take as many shots. That's another thing that they've been struggling with too, the lack of shots on goal. It's just been a few games where it's like, oh, there we go. They're high on the shots on goal, but then the last few games, not really.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know if it's we can keep saying well, they're a young team. We know that. This is not a Memorial Cup team yet. I do see in there just based on what I've seen this year, there's a lot of skill out there waiting to be developed.
Certainly, like we have everybody. There's a lot of rookies. It's
Yeah.
you know you can't rely on them too much, and I think we've got more than almost any team in the league.
Is it a lack of trying? Is it a lack of experience? A lack of
maybe leadership, maybe lack of trying too. Not in terms of the coach, and maybe in the locker room, there's kind of just waiting for a turnover because like there's gonna be we got 3 overagers that. And then it's kind of like the kids show next year. Unless we're making a big trade, it's going to be maybe an even younger team.
Stay tuned for that, I guess, is all we can say there. But, there's the emotional side of all this, too. We've talked about it a lot over the past several seasons. You got these young fellas, 16, 17 years old, trying to maybe make a career out of this. But, they're away from home. They're going to school. They're doing all this stuff. And you know what? Maybe they had a girlfriend that broke up with them the day before the game. At that age, that's crushing.
At any age, I think that can really screw up your day-to-day.
Right? But at that age especially, I think it's,
for sure.
First-time love or something. But I just use that as an example to say, like, things that go on in life at that age can really have an effect. And then you got to come out here and...
In school.
School. I would not want to be in school. I didn't want to be in school in the 80s.
When I was in school.
I wouldn't want to do it now.
Especially, you got to go to practice. You got to go to the games. You got to go to the Boston Pizza and do the Sting serve. They have a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, and like I've said it before, and then I want to be a teenager.
Yeah.
On top of all of that. So, I don't make that as an excuse. There's that expectation out here still. So that's part of the growth, I think, that comes along. Are there some young fellas out there, though, that you see that you go, I see him becoming a leader?
I like Diorio. I think he's got it in him to be a future captain. He's a stoic, well-spoken, seems like a really loyal player. Not probably willing to want to make this a good team and not abandon ship and go somewhere else. I would hope anyway.
Yeah, Edwards.
Beckham Edwards too, for sure. Yeah.
There's a rookie. We talked about him too. There's a rookie that it seems like he's already got experience, right? But he's
rarely not smiling.
But he's a rookie. He's just out there to play the game, right? Hi, guys. And then, of course, broken on this team right now, Liam Beamish. I don't know that we'll see him back before the end of the season. He went down really hard, and I did see him after that game that happened on crutches. So,
that's tough.
Is that just an extra precaution? But he was a really key factor for when this team was winning.
Yeah, he was awesome from the day he came over from the BCHL. He had racked up a lot of points in his first 10 games and kind of cooled off, but he's still a factor. He's a great center, and that's a big loss.
Yeah, for sure. Did I already show you my poster?
You sent it to me. It's awesome.
Did I? Right?
What a find.
I've talked about this
I clicked on
4
that,
times now.
I clicked on it, and it said item sold. I'm like, well, that was pretty quick. And then I was like, I found the seller here.
That's right.
The buyer.
I was sitting at Coffee Culture with my friend Dan Tidball, and we were just having a conversation. And there's another interesting story there, too. And he's like, oh, look at this. I'm like, oh, now see, I'm not a collector. I said, but I'm going to get that. And I said, and then I'm going to show my co-host, Connor, and he's going to be wanting to steal that from me. So I literally got that. I think I told you the story. I got that. I paid $10 for it. I had to drive out to Oil Springs.
Oh, that's not
too bad. So it was like $5,000 for that poster because I had to pay for gas. Right?
$5,000.
Right? But here's the interesting thing. So I'm there. I can say it now because it was about a weekish ago. And I'm sitting across, like, by the window of Coffee Culture, and I'm looking across my buddy Dan. And then if you keep looking, like, that's where the hall to the washrooms are, right? And I'm looking at this booth that was, like, 2 down from us. And my buddy's catching that I'm really not looking at him. He's like, what are you looking at? And I'm like, just casually stretching. He goes, I got to go to the bathroom. Okay. So he gets up and comes back, and he goes, yep. So it was Rob and Larry Cicerelli.
Just out on the farm?
No, at the Coffee Culture.
Oh.
Before I went and bought that.
Okay.
They were with their wives or whatever. And there's Rob and Larry Cicerelli
Oh,
just
wow.
sitting there having a coffee and a donut. And I think they eventually saw that I was trying to be discreet because I get it. People want to talk to you and stuff like that. I usually try to leave those people alone, right? And then I got up and went to the washroom. And then when I came back, he kind of gave me the nod, like, yeah, how you doing, kind of thing. Not that he knew me, just that he could tell that I was trying to figure it out.
Ogling.
Right? Yeah. So then I kind of go, well, what are they doing in town?
Well, you're speculating?
Well,
conspiracy theories?
Totally. Anyway, it was just nice. I didn't talk to them or anything, but of course, former owners of the Sting.
Yeah.
Like a long time ago, right? Okay, let's talk about our projected lineup. I like how they do that. Brown, Felak, and Doucette. I think that's a killer line.
Yeah, I like it. You got the overage talent and the sophomore with Brown.
Yep.
They're all pretty responsible.
Yeah. Now you've got Wainwright, of course, the leader on the second line, but then you've got Edwards and Moses. Moses was one that, we saw a little bit from him in the beginning of the season, then he didn't.
Yeah, he kind of fallen out of favor out of the lineup.
He got sat.
Mm-hmm.
I can confirm he got sat, and it was like kind of we want to see more from you. And then when they brought him back, he was on fire for a while.
He had a huge goal.
And then recently, of course, he's been. I think he's played better. And sometimes, and Coach Letang did say that at a press conference. He's like, sometimes, yep, you got to sit down, and that's what we got to do to shake things up a little bit once in a while to say, we're expecting more from you. And that's, I think, what happened with David Moses. Karimov, of course, and Diorio and Manza on the third. Karimov's been. He got a couple of goals recently, too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I saw them. Yep.
So, I'd like to see more from him. And what I mean by that is I'd love to see him on a second line or give him a shot on the. Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, I like him with Diorio, though. They're a good pair, I think. And Manza's, I think he almost has almost a point per game since he's gotten here.
And he's had a couple of spots the last couple of games it was where he came off the ice, like off his line, and then he just went right back into the locker room. It was like, and then he was back.
Got shaken up.
And then he was back. Yeah, something. And then he was back. And but I like what's coming from him for sure. Fisher and Hurd on the defense line.
I like it. I like it. Fisher's always first line, and Houston's got the A, so yeah, it's good there.
Yeah, O'Brien and Young.
I like him. I love Mitch Young. He's a great player.
Yeah.
I think he should be on the first line, actually, but it's a good pairing.
Bridgewater, O'Mary, and Barr for the
swing defenseman.
Yeah, right.
I noticed Bodine's a scratch tonight. That's why he's not.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why, but who knows? I mean, sometimes those things happen at practice too. Right?
Yeah, well, we have so many defensemen, and I think a lot of them, if they didn't have the greatest game, then somebody else is getting in.
Ethan Millette starting between the pipes tonight. Another time I'm kind of surprised by this one. What's Coach saying out there, do you think?
Just good luck.
Right.
Yeah, stay vigilant and have good positioning in your net, but they're going to be coming and they're going to be shooting.
Well, and maybe it's
pucks.
another test being thrown to the line because we saw him against Saginaw, right? And you're like, wow, I didn't see that. And a couple of games we were like, oh, really? But he like Szerzicka's going to be gone, so maybe he's the first guy next year. So maybe you start on that now. I don't know.
I think that's a lot of it. It's nice to see his farewell tour, but he's after this. You don't get anything for him, and you want to hope that your goalies are pretty well adjusted by that time.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Connor's happy with the lineup, and no complaints there. Not really. You did say there's a couple you'd love to see on the front line, but
a couple little mismatches.
Yeah.
But I'm not the coach.
No, you're not. But it's either going to be a crushing game or it's going to be a really close game. I think obviously we hope for the
Probably
win,
one or
but
the other.
on the realistic side of things, right? Well, we're going to wrap things up here on Facebook and YouTube. We will stay live, of course, on TikTok. I wanted to say that. I had a hard time saying that. And you can follow both myself. We're live on mine, but you can also follow this guy as well. We're going to figure out how to get you going live, too.
I got to post something.
Yeah.
Try to get a good video in there.
That's right. So thanks, everybody. And like I say, Progressive Auto Sales Arena, thanks again to Hughes Intelligence Canada for their support. And as always, it's nice to have you back. I mean, I like Matt. Don't get me wrong. I like you, Matt. But,
Thank you very much.
There's
Carpenter's night, too.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The Carpenters.
Night at the Hive.
There's like...
That's me.
600 tickets.
I think they're all underneath us.
Are they?
122, I believe.
Oh, great. So. It's going to be loud underneath.
Yeah, you're going to feel the power.
You're going to feel the roar of the Carpenters. How long have you been with the Carpenters?
It's been a long time. I think over 5 years anyway.
Yeah, well, they must like it then.
Oh, at least
what's not
until you get old and break down.
Right. Okay, there you go. Carpenters night here at the Hive. Sting taking on Windsor. Hopefully positive things to talk about when we come back here on Facebook and YouTube at the end of the first period. But until then, I'm David Burrows, my friend Connor Burke, who has returned. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Go Sting, go.